Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're focusing in on the narcissistic and psychopathic manipulation and control tactic of projection, and that coupled with really sort of a smear campaign, a sort of lying, pathological envy, basically a lot of different distorted emotions, feelings, and behaviors that go to create a sense of disturbance, anxiety, depression, and really more so paranoia that is coupled with this sort of control. The control of keeping you really managing your perspective and experiences through the use of fear, intimidation, and bullying. And now realize that the narcissistic and psychopathic individual who have an inflated sense of self, coupled with a lack of empathy, and in the instance of the psychopath, they are devoid of a sense of consciousness, right or wrong. They're operating without this conscientiousness. So they're able to really, their ability to abuse, hurt, and destroy really has no limits. So it's very dangerous, very lethal to be associated with these individuals. So I don't take this topic lightly. It has a profound effect on the self-esteem of others, and it also can be gravely disturbing, alienating, and cause one to really lose touch with reality, a sense of peace, being able to function. So I want to look at how this couples together and really how it affects one's ability to focus and really value oneself. And that is through really looking at how one becomes defined by this projection or bullying of another. And when I say bullying, I mean the use of fear. I mean the use of intimidation. I mean the use of force. I mean the use of an origination of another that uses physical force, physically hostile statements, very negative in nature, to cause you a sense of disruption in how you feel about yourself. So a bully will pick on another who really has not really done anything to provoke them. So it's really just the way a bully will sort of take out their aggression, take out their hostility, take out their need to control others on another individual. So we call that targeting. We call that, then it becomes gaslighting, it becomes brainwashing. When another perpetually uses this force to control you in a negative way. And controlling can be of your emotions, it can be of your thought patterns, it can be of your how you feel about yourself. And that's the main thing that I want to focus on and help you to detach from this control tactic, this bullying tactic, and help you to understand it in a more clear manner so you can release it and let it go. And the narcissistic and psychopathic bullying, the pathological lying, the smear campaign, where they turn others against you, realize that they get a whole army, quote unquote. They have the power of 5, 6, 10, rather than the power of 1. So they're able to, in essence, gang up on you because it gives them a heightened sense of power. If they can have more people on their side, they then, can, it's easier for them to, create this whole posse, if you will, this whole group, because it's really the strength of numbers that occurs when they're trying to instigate a smear campaign and talk about you behind your back. This is all very hallmark, typical negative control and manipulation tactics. So realize that it has nothing to do with truth. It has nothing to do with what you've done to set them off. It's just how these people are. They just talk about people behind their back. They tend to, have outbursts which have nothing to do with you. But if you're in the vicinity, you tend to feel like it's your fault, or you want to do something to make them happy or resolve it. So you tend to take it on yourself, especially if you have codependent tendencies. So realize it's very much like the I'm trying to equate it to the water cooler effect. So have you ever been at a workplace or something of that nature where people, you might have one insidious employee who wants to talk smack, who wants to talk bad about another person, and they start, these sort of insults going, these rumors going. They tend to build it up because they're insecure about themselves, or they just want to take it out on somebody. So they tend to, create this toxic environment, this toxic repertoire going amongst people. And rather than being productive, rather than focus on their work, they spend a lot of time gossiping. They spend a lot of time talking about people behind their back. And then they, keep this smug sort of, holier than thou atmosphere about them, but yet, they're not really working on themselves. It comes from a sense of inferiority about themselves. And so they tend to try to bully others through this negativity. And they tend to, then have this pecking order where they then, shift the blame, and, they're focusing on this negativity, and it can really create the downfall of organizations, families, relationships, etc. So really, that is what is going on. And so if you experience this, realize that they're trying to create this sort of toxic shame about you. They're trying to plant these seeds, the seeds of feeling less than, unworthy, trying to give you this message that, you need to live in fear, intimidation, and that furthermore, and most importantly, that you're being defined by them. And I think this is very important when it comes to resolving the hurt, is that you really have to be very careful if you are being defined by another. In other words, I am okay if this person loves me. I am not okay if this person does not love me. I am okay only if I make this other person happy, and I'm going to give up my life purpose to make this other person happy, because this person is defining me and how I feel about myself. So realize that these are the foundation of codependency. And, in essence, what it becomes is a codependency, and you're using others as a mask for how you feel about yourself. So rather than originating, again, as we talk about that internal locus of control, rather than feeling worthy, defining yourself, feeling good about yourself from within, you're allowing others to define you and how you feel about yourself. Whether it's good, positive, or indifferent, you need to turn that around. You need to realize, okay, I've allowed this person to have too much control over me. I've allowed this person to define me. I've allowed this person to define my self-esteem, low self-esteem or high self-esteem, either way. And I've given this authority to this other person, and I felt really either good about myself around this person because of this person, or I felt bad about myself because of this person and what they did. So if you're defining how you feel about your self-esteem by this other person, realize that that is inaccurate. Your locus of self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, should be derived from yourself and within yourself. So this is called self-esteem, self-belief, self-trust, where this is an internal state. It is not defined by any object, person, or thing outside of you. It is something that you carry within you. And then your environment, furthermore, can then reflect that, but the origin of how you value yourself is within yourself, and you carry this within all the different experiences that you have. So whether you're traveling, whether you're going to work, whether you're going to the grocery store, this self-esteem should be with you 24/7. You should be able to call on this. You should be able to be accountable to yourself within. How you feel about yourself is based on an unconditional positive self-regard versus the messages that these other people are sending about you. Because as you can imagine, if you're being controlled by a narcissistic abuser, you're basically getting on what I've heard referred to as is the narcissist train or the psychopath train. You're allowing yourself to go on a roller coaster based on their reactions. You're going up when they're up, down when they're down, and you've now given up control over yourself, which is very, it can be very, very disruptive, and it can cause a lot of mental discomfort, a lot of brainwashing, gaslighting, fear. It can be very, very scary based on the amount. So realize that it's very important for you to define yourself by you and not by these insidious comments and sort of pathology ways of controlling others through smear campaign. Realize it to be the control tactic that it is, that it's originating from someone who wants to destroy your peace, disrupt your harmony, and get you, paying attention to them rather than focusing on all the good that you have in your life, because really, in essence, they are threatened by that. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.